Did you know that frequent use of the wrong types of nuts can increase your risk of heart disease by up to 48%, especially if you are an older adult? This figure, supported by science and various studies, has its own logic. The most concerning part is that some of the most common nuts in our homes can silently raise blood pressure, cause inflammation, clog arteries, and even worsen cognitive decline. Yet, many over 65s eat them thinking they are doing good for their health. One specific nut, the identity of which we will reveal shortly, has been linked to high concentrations of a poisonous substance that, if consumed regularly, can damage the liver, kidneys, and cognitive abilities. You probably already have this nut in your pantry, the same one that low-carb dieters often consider healthy, but which could cause permanent damage to an aging body. In this video, guided by Buddhist wisdom and Buddhist teachings, we will explore the world of walnuts for the health of the elderly, personal growth and spirituality, discovering the secrets of well-being, longevity, conscious eating, and natural remedies offered by Eastern medicine. We'll guide you through the world of nuts, revealing which ones are safest for your heart and best for your brain, and which ones you should avoid at all costs. And if you stick around until the end, we promise to reveal a dark truth about the most dangerous nut that very few people talk about and that could seriously damage your health without you even knowing it. So sit back, like the video, and share it with the people you want to let know what you're about to discover. The light spring wind danced through the cherry blossom branches, scattering snow-pink petals along the path leading to Kiyomizu-dera Temple. Today, an unusual buzz animated the sacred gardens. People of all ages, but especially the elderly, had gathered in the courtyard in front of the main hall, their faces marked by time and curiosity. They had come to listen to the teachings of a special man, the elderly and revered Buddhist monk, Sensei Hiroshi. Sensei Hiroshi was not only a spiritual teacher, he was also a healer trained in Eastern medicine with a deep understanding of the healing power of nature. His wisdom was legendary, and his words, whispered with a penetrating calm, often had the power to transform the lives of those who heard them. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of orange and purple, Sensei Hiroshi appeared. His slender figure, wrapped in a saffron-colored robe, exuded a serenity that immediately calmed the agitation of the crowd. He sat on the meditation cushion placed in the center of the courtyard, his gaze calm and welcoming. My friends, he began in a soft but firm voice. Today, we will talk about a humble gift of nature, something that we often take for granted, but which contains extraordinary power for our health, especially in these years of our lives: walnuts. A murmur of surprise spread through the crowd. Walnuts? Could such a simple topic really contain profound wisdom? Sensei Hiroshi smiled, sensing their skepticism. It may surprise you if he continued, but not all nuts are created equal. Some can be our most trusted allies, nourishing the body and mind, while others can insidiously undermine our health. He paused, his gaze slowly wandering over the faces of those present. Let's start with those that, as the years go by, are best avoided or consumed with great caution. The trap hidden underground: peanuts. Sensei Hiroshi raised a hand, his index finger delicately pointing downward. It may seem strange, but peanuts are not real nuts. They are legumes, relatives of beans and peas, and grow underground. This makes them more vulnerable to mold and the production of aflatoxins, toxins that can damage the liver and increase the risk of serious diseases. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at eliminating these toxins, making this risk even more significant. An elder in the audience nodded slowly, his hand unconsciously tightening on his staff. Also, the monk continued, peanuts contain proteins that can cause inflammation in some people, even in the absence of a true allergy. For us older adults, already more prone to joint pain, heart disease, and cognitive decline, this inflammation can only make matters worse, and most of us already consume too many omega-6 fatty acids compared to omega-3s, and peanuts only exacerbate that imbalance. The sweet danger: cashews. Sensei Hiroshi shifted his gaze. Cashews may seem harmless, even healthy, but they present a danger for the elderly. They are high in carbohydrates and have a significant glycemic impact. Many of us over the age of 65 have diabetes or high blood sugar, and cashews can make this worse without us realizing it. Plus, she added, their smooth, curved shape makes them a choking hazard, especially for those who have difficulty swallowing, and nutritionally, they're high in oxalates, which can interfere with the absorption of calcium, a crucial mineral for bone health. Rich and dangerous. Macadamia nuts. A collective sigh echoed through the crowd. Macadamia nuts were often considered a luxury, a treat to be indulged in. My friends, Sensei Hiroshi said in a gentle but firm tone, despite their delicious flavor, macadamia nuts are among the highest in calories and fats available. As we age, our metabolism slows, and these nuts can make it difficult to maintain a healthy weight. Their high saturated fat content can also negatively affect cholesterol levels. He paused, his gaze meeting that of an older woman who seemed particularly surprised. And for those with dental problems, their hardness can pose a risk to crowns, bridges, and fragile teeth. The little deceiver, the pine nut. Sensei Hiroshi took on a more serious expression. Pine nuts are small, but they can cause big problems, especially for those taking medications. They contain chemicals that can interact with many common medications for the elderly, such as statins, antidepressants, and blood pressure medications, reducing their effectiveness or causing unwanted side effects. And then there's pine nut disease, she added, which can leave a bitter metallic taste in the mouth for weeks, reducing appetite and leading to weight loss, a serious problem for many older adults. Plus, pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats that can oxidize easily, causing inflammation, and their small size makes them an aspiration risk for people who have difficulty swallowing. A thoughtful silence fell over the courtyard. The nuts that many considered healthy had turned out to be potential enemies to the health of the elderly. Sensei Hiroshi broke the silence with a reassuring smile. But do not be afraid, he said in an encouraging tone. Nature also offers us nuts that are real treasures for our health in these years. The guardian of the thyroid, the Brazil nut. The monk held up a hand, displaying a single large, dark nut. This is the Brazil nut. It is an excellent source of selenium, a mineral crucial to thyroid function. Many thyroid problems in older adults are mistaken for normal signs of aging, but a healthy thyroid is essential for energy, metabolism, and mood. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can provide the amount of selenium we need, warned Sensei Hiroshi. Don't overdo it, because too much selenium can be harmful, but in the right amount, these nuts can help keep our reflexes sharp and our minds clear. The blood pressure regulator, pistachio. Sensei Hiroshi grabbed a handful of green and purple pistachios. These little gems are a real boon to blood pressure. They are low in salt and high in potassium, a perfect balance to help our kidneys handle sodium as we age. Eating a handful of pistachios a day can help lower blood pressure naturally, she explained. Plus, they contain lutein and zeaxanthin, which are important for eye health and preventing macular degeneration. Brain food. Walnuts. Sensei Hiroshi held a walnut in his hands, its shape strangely resembling that of a small brain. It is no coincidence that nature has given us this resemblance. Walnuts are one of the best foods for our brains, especially in old age. They are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help brain cells communicate and keep their membranes intact. Studies have shown that eating a small amount of walnuts every day can improve thinking speed and mental flexibility, the monk continued. They also contain melatonin, which can help improve sleep, which is often a problem for many older adults. Bone support. Almonds. Finally, Sensei Hiroshi held up some almonds. These nuts are a real powerhouse for our bones. They are rich in calcium and vitamin E, which work together to keep them strong and reduce the risk of fractures, a serious concern for us elderly. Almonds also contain magnesium, a mineral often lacking in the elderly, which helps calcium reach the bones without damaging the arteries, explained Sensei Hiroshi. And their monounsaturated fats are good for the heart, lowering bad cholesterol. A small handful of almonds a day can make a big difference. The sun had set and the paper lanterns of the temple had lit up, casting a warm, soft light over the courtyard. Sensei Hiroshi rose slowly, his gaze filled with wisdom and compassion. "My friends," he said with a gentle smile, "health is a journey, not a destination. Small changes in our eating habits, such as choosing the right nuts, can lead to great long-term benefits. Listen to your body, be aware of what you eat, and nature will reward you with vitality and well-being." He gave a small bow, and remember, he added with a twinkle in his eye, "Even just one nut a day, if the right one, can make a difference. Which nut will have the greatest impact on your life? I invite you to think about it and share your stories." With these words, Sensei Hiroshi took his leave, leaving the crowd lost in their thoughts, with a new awareness of the power hidden in a simple shell. The wind continued to whisper among the cherry trees, carrying with it the wisdom of an elderly monk and the promise of a healthier and more conscious life.